Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Volley Rally with Scott and I. We have some more insights to share with you on these millions of calls that we analyze. A couple of really interesting things when it relates to outbound this time. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know if there's anything else that you would like us to look into when it comes to traffic into the BDC. With that said, Scott, what do we typically see with outbound?
We hear all the time that, my customers don't answer at this time, or they only convert at this time. We're just not seeing that in the data. The morning part, meaning up until noon, the answer rate is about 20% better than the evening and about 10% better than the afternoon. The funny thing is the conversion rate, meaning the percentage of calls you schedule appointments with, is almost exactly the same. So there's no part of the day that's not effective. A lot of it just comes down to your staffing and your strategy for filling your BDC. But the conversion rates are almost exactly the same no matter what. When you get them, you would just have to connect. They are 20% better than in the evening.
So I think that's important to make sure that you are making as many dials as you can in the morning. Obviously, it doesn't go that way. You may have calls coming in, taking up your agent's time, but if you can get to as many outbound dials as possible, I think that's probably prudent, because if you're going to connect with 20% more people, of course, it makes sense. They're all going to convert about the rate, about the same rate. So more people answering equals more at bats equals more appointments.
Definitely. I mean, it's a little more challenging in the morning because your busiest hour with inbound is 9 to 10, but those are all factors when staffing your BDC.
Do you see anything interesting when it comes to the days of the week for outbound?
The only real outlier we saw, and I can't even explain it, is Mondays. The answer rate was about 11.4% better. I don't know, pent-up demand. They've been thinking about servicing their car over the weekend, and when the dealer calls, maybe for multiple attempts, they'll answer. Your staffing strategy starts with Monday. We've covered that on other podcasts with inbound, but there is a little bit of a lift on outbound as well.
Mm-hmm. In regards to the customers who you call and they say they're not interested, is it important to make sure you're reaching those customers?
Definitely. I mean, when we looked at the database, we definitely see a big lift in the people that are spoken with. Specifically in your answer, we took all of the people who agents marked as not interested. 23% of them still came in the next quarter. So, that tells me a few things. Number one, there's probably some training opportunities to make your least experienced agents look like your best agents. I'm sure we'll cover that on another podcast. The other thing is if you're friendly and you put it in their mind, they're going to come in when they're ready. So make sure you make good, thoughtful, friendly phone calls, and they convert sometimes even when you don't think they're going to.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time, Scott, to join me to share some of these stats that we see on outbound dials. And for everyone listening, have a fantastic day.
Yep, thank you. See ya.